What's up, guys? This is Will, and I'm back with another video. And today we got another throwback. So today is the throwback with the BlackBerry Playbook. So this is my BlackBerry Playbook. It's in the original case, as you can see. The case is still hanging in there, but it's literally falling apart before our eyes right here. But it's held on this long, and so it's did a great job. I think I got my money's worth out of it. I'm going to go ahead and take it out of this case right here so we can get a look at it. Now, the playbook itself is in excellent condition. To say it's been around this long, I have a screen protector on it, so that's what the scratches are looking like right there. But as you can see, the rest of it is just like brand new, just about. So this device was released back in 2011. Now, this was supposed to be a direct challenger or something to come out since Apple had released their newly released iPad in 2010. And so everybody was anticipating this device coming out. Back then, it was like the Apple and BlackBerry thing going on. Of course, I was team BlackBerry. I think I was rocking the 9700. Bold or something back then. I'm not sure what I had back then, but I was definitely BlackBerry, whereas a lot of my friends, excuse me, they were Apple. So this thing was rocking, or is rocking, the OMAP 4430 Cortex A9 dual-core processor, and to this day, it still does pretty good. It's not a speed demon. It never was from day one. This also has 1 gigabyte of RAM, and I got the 16 gigabyte version, but it also came in 32 and maybe a little bit higher. I think 32 was the highest they had. This doesn't have a place for a micro SD card or anything like that. So this has a 7-inch LCD. 1020 by 600 display. So that tells you the specs on it. It's not the best looking screen or anything, but I guess for the time it was kind of innovative at the time. It has 2 cameras. Got a front facing camera and a rear facing camera. The rear facing camera is a 5 megapixel, whereas the front is a 3 megapixel, and neither one of them you're going to be writing home about or sending any pictures to someone from using it. Now, this also came in a 4G LTE model, which I didn't get that one. I ended up getting this one. This one ran BlackBerry Tablet OS, which later they developed that and it became BB10. This also supported Android OS. So when they first came out with these, they produced about 700,000 of these. They didn't sell nearly hardly any of those 700,000, maybe 200,000 of them or something like that, I remember. So they had to drop the price down. So that's when I picked mine up. I didn't get it when it came out because the price was kind of ridiculous, as I remember. I don't know exactly what it was, but I didn't pick mine up until they dropped the price down on it. Now, one thing this had that the iPad didn't have back then, this had support for Adobe Flash, WebKit browser, and HTML5. So this could play those embedded videos within the browser and stuff where your iPad couldn't do that back then. So that was a big deal for this device to have that. So a lot of people was anticipating this, but this was rushed out. When this first came out, it didn't have a native email. It didn't have a calendar. You couldn't, you had to, if you wanted to do some of that stuff. And a lot of people that were picking this up were business people because they were using the BlackBerries. That was a popular thing for the business people back then. So if you wanted to do any stuff like that, you had to go through the browser and to do that. Until they came out with the BlackBerry Bridge, where that allowed you to see stuff that were on your phone, on your tablet. And that worked out pretty good. And then after they refreshed the OS on it, they did get the the calendar and the email after that. But before then, BlackBerry Bridge was the only way you can get it. And another thing about this tablet, just a little history about it. When it was first released in the BlackBerry world, there was only about 2,000 to 3,000 apps. Now, once they released the OS 2.0, then a lot of developers started getting on board, writing, putting apps in there. So right now, the app world is still functioning on here. Everything works on this. As you can see, I can go into the BlackBerry world. These are some of my apps here. And let's see how you get to the, there it is. So now I'm going back to BlackBerry world here. And my Wi-Fi back here is not that strong. But as you can see, it's still operating. I did see on one of Jay Will's videos that they're getting ready to discontinue. There it is. Pulls up BlackBerry world. So a lot of these that you're seeing for sale right here, from what he was saying, that eventually you can get these for free. And as you can see, it still works. And the good thing about this, as you saw right there, this had the swipe features on it as well. So let's go around the tablet, reminisce about the tablet here. You got your power button, volume up, volume down, your play button right there. A lot of people complained about this power button being too small when it came out, and it's definitely small. Your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, 2 microphones there, nothing on either side right there. On the back, your classic berries there, BlackBerry, and your 5 megapixel camera. On the bottom, you had your HDMI, micro HDMI, your charging port, and some little points there, which I never knew what they were for. But if anybody knows, let me know. One good thing about this had a dual speakers, and they really sound good. Let me see if I can pull up something here. I had it up just a little while ago, YouTube. Some non-copyright if it'll pick up. Like I said, my Wi-Fi in the back here is not that great, and right now it's kind of acting up. But trust me, the speakers on here were pretty good. So yeah, it's not one to pick up right now, but overall it still performs pretty well. We used to use it just to play a lot of games on it. I'll let you see how some of the games open up. Get a little bit of a taste of the sound right there as well. Great sounding dual speakers. And like I said, the swipe gestures was right there all the time. I still can get on Twitter, Facebook, places like that with no problem when I have a great internet connection. But like I said, I'm way in the back of my house right now. And as you can see, it's not wanting to pick up where I shoot my videos. So I need to get me a booster to get my signal back here greater. But yeah, man, that's a look back at the BlackBerry Playbook. If you had one of them, I'd like to hear about your experience with it, what you thought about it. Did you pick it up? You didn't pick it up. As you can see, accelerometer still works pretty good. And just it's compared to something like my Amazon HD 8, this doesn't have as great a browser, but I think the internals are still pretty close to it because you can see it opens up games and things of that nature still pretty fast. But if you get it to do some internet, see, these games play well, man. And that swipe gesture was before its time right there. So, all right, that's my look back, throwback to the BlackBerry Playbook. Catch y'all in the next throwback.